Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be focusing on moving while casting, which I think, with how popular Nex and Rasial have become, it's less important than Nex, but it's very important at Rasial. With how important these bosses have become, I think having an understanding of what happens when you cast while moving and how to do it optimally is going to be really important. So, first, generally speaking, casting, especially if you ability queue while casting, which just means that, you know, my auto attack is ready and then I cast. If I try to keep moving, my character will stop for a second to cast the ability. So if I'm moving back and forth, you'll notice that my character like stops to shoot the ability off. Now, for a lot of bosses that like move at your speed, this ends up becoming pretty detrimental if you like stop yourself from moving like this. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to turn ability queuing off, but it just means that it is detrimental for running back and forth. Because I use ability queuing all the time. I think it's just like really comfortable. So that stopping when you're moving back and forth is like not good. So the best way to like be able to move while casting is, one, have your important abilities keybound. And then I don't currently have Touch of Death and Soul Sap keybound because I don't need to have them keybound. But having your important abilities keybound is really important because it makes this a lot easier. And you want to get into the rhythm of pressing the button when it's about to come up so that it's not going on cue. So this is what this is going to look like. So you'll see that I'm able to run in circles and then my movement like isn't really stopping at all. This is incredibly useful at Rasial, and it's decently important at Nex, just because when she's meleeing you in Zaro's phase, if you keep running, she can't hit you, so it just gives you like 10 seconds to just soul split or something, which is really nice because she does hit pretty hard. So that's like the big difference between what it looks like when it's working versus when it's not working. Now we're gonna go to Rasial and we're gonna like look at the difference in real time. So we're gonna pot up. We're gonna do this kill normally, like it's for all intents and purposes, it's just gonna be a normal kill. But I'm going to ability queue versus not ability queue, and then show you kind of how much your movement getting stunted can impact you at a boss like Rasial.
You've come a long way, but clearly not far enough. Rise, my minions. Suffer, join us in death. No more games.
So now I'm gonna try to like only ability queue. And then you're seeing I'm like taking a lot more damage than I normally do. Like I used a resonance there. And we ended up signing, which was just fine. Like, the point was to show you why ability queuing is not good for movement. So, you saw there, like, we ended up signing, and, like, I didn't use my Volley of Souls. I just like wasn't really thinking about it. I was trying to ability queue, which if you don't normally do it, it's like pretty tough. But yeah, like I shouldn't have signed there because I should have just used volley, but I wasn't thinking about it because I was trying to do the demonstration. But now here, we're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to show you what it looks like when your movement is cleaner, and you're basically never going to get hit by the quakes. You pretty much only get hit by Rasial's auto attacks.
You've come a long way, but clearly not far enough.
And then after this, we'll do a next kill where I'll show you how towards the end, by not ability queuing, you get a ton of free health back that you wouldn't get normally. And it's just really nice for sustaining yourself. Because Zaro's phase is where you're going to take the bulk of your damage outside of getting prisoned.
No more games.
So I'm definitely still taking damage, but you can see I am taking significantly less because I'm not getting hit by like a random quake that I end up basically mini stunning myself on because I was ability queuing. So like that's just one clear-cut example of why ability queuing is bad for casting while moving. So it's important to get into the habit of getting into the rhythm of oh, this is the wrong next setup. This is fine. I don't need a familiar for next. So now we'll show you what it looks like at next. Oh wait, this guy's like in here. Oops. Okay, well I'm not gonna help this guy. I think he got it. I believe in him. Yeah, look, he's full health. He's totally fine. Unless he gets double prisoned. Okay, he's not. Yeah, that guy's fine. See, he didn't need my help. So again, I'm going to be killing this pretty fast. Like, this isn't like a next guide. It's just more showing you how the movement, or why the movement is so important. Also, this is good to show you guys what you can expect once you start getting your max necro gear. Bosses like Nex, you just kind of shred them. So at some point she's gonna start coming to melee me. So now you can see that like she's trying to hit me and she can't because I'm like casting while moving. So yeah, unfortunately this phase doesn't last long enough to like, you know, for you to get like a really clean showing of it happening for a long time. But even that little bit, it's like really clear that you get so much free sustain by just having clean movement against enemies that care about movement. There aren't a ton more enemies that I can think of that's good against. Oh, it's good against Raksha when you're doing Rockfall. If you keep ability queuing during Rockfall, during his phase transition, you will take a lot of damage from rocks. Especially because Raksha typically like drops rocks like close to you, and then also he drops rocks like where you're standing. So if you keep stunning yourself by ability queuing, then you'll make it so that Raksha can just like keep dropping rocks on you. And I've definitely died to I ability queued like 4 times in a row and I just got comboed out by rocks. So hopefully this is helpful to you guys. The best way to practice ability queuing, or not ability queuing rather, is to just go to these dummies and just run back and forth and just press buttons and try not to have your movement get stalled. This is the best way to practice it. This is how I recommend practicing it. Like once you get good at it, you'll see that your movement basically never really stops. Like sometimes I'll move to walking speed, but that's just because my clicks were too close together. But you'll see that like my movement never really stops, and if you know Nex was chasing me, she just wouldn't be able to catch me with her melee attacks. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys. If it did, drop a like. For more content, give me a sub, and if you want to support me monetarily, we have memberships. But yeah, thanks so much for watching.